There's this word, this what I tend to hear this branding, branding, branding. What's branding all about?
Yeah, so I think that branding is more than what we define it as today
Okay,
because it is multifaceted. So
okay.
usually we have different people with different perspective concerning how they define branding to be. But
Yeah.
then it would be just your personality
Mm-hmm.
online,
Okay,
something that people can relate to.
okay, okay, okay. Branding. There is the personal branding part of branding, and there's the one for businesses.
Yes. So you'd literally want to achieve the same
Okay,
purpose. So, for example, what I would define branding to be to say that an essence that people can relate to.
okay,
That
okay.
is that is the that is everything about branding.
But branding is an important thing, and elements that an individual must actually concern himself or herself about.
Yes, everybody was concerned himself about brand because from time immemorial, everybody's concerned about how people perceive
That's
themselves.
true.
Because even in the holy books, Jesus even asks,
Yeah.
what do you say I am?" That sort of thing. Even ask people. So it's something that everybody's concerned about. What do people think about me?
Okay.
How am I perceived by people?
Okay.
And so that's why everybody wants to do branding.
Okay.
Why that's why everybody has to do branding
Okay.
at the end of the day. So
Okay.
everybody must be concerned. Every individual, every business must be concerned
Okay.
about branding at the end of the
Okay.
day.
Now for businesses, now you have small businesses. Should they also be concerned about branding?
Yes. Yes, because even for small businesses, it's really important.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, small businesses have a particular niche you are servicing.
Yes.
Right? And to build that niche, it
Mhm.
takes a lot of time. You want people to remember you
True. True. True.
in
True.
your the first time they want to make a transaction.
Yeah.
So sometimes, yeah, for most small businesses, you naturally say that,
Yeah.
oh, out of favors, out of this,
Yeah.
okay, this person, let me just help and everything. But even from that interaction, even when
Yeah.
your friend remembers to say, oh, I remember correct in this particular thing,
Yeah.
you had positioned yourself such that he understands to say
Hmm.
that this is something you're capable
Okay.
of doing. So basically, it's important for everybody.
Okay, but now small businesses, some businesses they are just interested in, oh, I just want to buy my product from the supplier and I want to just sell it. Why do I need to concern about
That's why you have
brand?
a lot of Instagram businesses
Oh,
without selling.
that's true. That's true.
It's,
That's true.
yeah, so you want to sell,
Yeah.
right? And people would only buy from people they trust.
Yeah.
People only buy from people that know what they are doing.
Okay.
Competence is what sells.
Okay, that's true.
So, and in terms of competence, you would have to market yourself such a way that you can do the job.
Yeah.
So, branding helps to project yourself in that light to
Mm.
say that, oh, I am competent enough to
Mhm.
do this job for you.
Okay, so now I get illustration of trust. So if a business is not concerned about branding, what are the repercussions of such action?
You literally would have to struggle to make
Mm.
sales.
Mm.
You would literally have to do the barest minimum. You have to do a lot
Yes, to get a better
to get the barest minimum.
Mm. Mm.
To get the barest minimum. So that's usually how it is. That's usually
Okay,
how it is. So
okay.
I usually just pitch to small businesses
Mm-hmm.
as much as possible. The first set of people that would ever be your clients are your
Yes.
family, friends,
Yes.
the people around you. And you, aside from you trying to position us like, oh, please just help me, let me be able to eat, that sort of thing, it doesn't work. It can
Yes.
probably just work in probably one interaction or one transaction, that sort of thing. But over time, you want a customer who can deliver, repeatedly buy from you. You want a very huge customer lifetime value.
Mm.
And for you to be able to do that, you need to position yourself such that, okay, I want this person to consistently know me for doing this particular thing.
That's true.
So, what activities would I do to achieve this particular aim? So, branding is not just vibes, and some people have the aura already.
That's
Yes, some
true.
people have the aura, so they don't have to like do so much that sort of thing. But when you know you don't have the aura, when you know that you are trying to, you need to be strategic about it to be able to achieve the competence so that people can easily buy from you.
Okay, now you
Everything.
mentioned something about strategy. What are those strategic elements that people who want to be particular about their branding, people or businesses, what are those things they should actually look out for? What are those things they should be doing for them to have that right brand in people's minds?
Basically, it's you naturally want to know how to put some maybe one thing is important than the other. Maybe for example, some people would say look and feel, right, is really important. Yes, look and feel is important, but the element of trust.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to achieve the element of trust in anything, you it is
A whole lot of things.
A whole lot of things, yeah. It's a lot of things. So to achieve that element of trust right now, what you need to do is to say, okay, first is how do I prove competence? So what kind of content would I push out to
Yeah.
prove competence? Is it all testimonials? And I know so sometimes you want to say testimonials from people, maybe WhatsApp chats. WhatsApp chat doesn't.
Yeah.
We know how we know how people do it with WhatsApp chats.
Yeah.
But you can go a step further and say, how do I get customer testimonials? Right? How do I present myself? So in terms of like the packaging, the flow of how you deliver your products
Yeah.
is a very, very important factor in terms of branding. So example, yes, you might want to do good designs, but
Yeah.
people will remember the package, but how they feel is more important.
That's true.
So how from the time they send you a message, say I want to order, to the time you deliver to the house, what can you consistently promise them over time? So it's to say, oh, by the time I want to somebody comes to me to want to order that sort of thing, I'm showing that, oh, I can be able to respond as fast as possible. When the person sending me a message, I can give the person enough feedback about how the whole process is going, even till the time delivery comes through. People want things easy for them, and that's why they want things easy for them. So how do you position yourself? Is to say, okay, when you send me a message, this is how I'm going to act all through those times. So they remember that feeling like, oh, so when they come to me, they say, do you know who sells socks? I'm like, oh yeah, this guy, amazing. You get to us really, really fast. So that testimonial is really important in terms of marketing, in terms of branding. So you want to get into people's minds and say, okay, how so that they can remember you, they can be able to make sure that they can call you back every time.
That's true.
So to position yourself in their mind is to make them feel that this same transaction is seamless. This brand I'm interacting with is really good. This brand I'm interacting with. So the strategic element that you want to put first is how do I make people feel? So then it will depend on you about how you want to position yourself and that kind of. So you want to say, oh, I want to be really fast. I want to thrive on customer feedback. It's a very, very important element in terms of branding.
That's true.
Customer feedback. So people like, no, just send it. For example, I don't know if I can use this example. For example, Chowdeck.
Oh, okay.
The Chowdeck over time, everybody trusts Chowdeck. Oh, once you send Chowdeck a message, you get your food instantly. But it has reduced over time, right? You have more people complaining, that sort of thing. But at the beginning, what they made sure to do was to say, in terms of delivering this food to our customers, we want to be the top of it. So when people want to recommend to other people, so basically the strategic element you want to put into your business in terms of branding is to sit down and pick out what are the things that are most important to my customers when they want to make the transaction with my business. So and when they want to do that, the first thing that they need to do is to say seamless transaction. Don't do a payment and all those funny acts, and try to make sure that there's enough customer feedback so they just trust you and like, this person is my guy. He has this thing covered and things like so. I think that's in terms of a strategic element, you must be able to realize the things that are most important to the customers, that you can be able to constantly deliver them, and you have the brand that you need.
Okay. I like the Chowdeck example. Is that not what we call USP? What's the difference between branding and USP, unique selling proposition?
So USP can come in different forms, right? So it can be about the product, it can be about the feeling. So branding encompasses a whole lot more. It can be branding can be about the look to how your brand looks, how people see it, the colors so the emotions that you want to evoke to them. So, but because a lot of times if it's a feeling, you probably want to do your whole USP around that feeling that way. So, you usually advise to say, okay, my position USP might be something different, right? But in terms of branding is usually like feeling, how people feel, how people perceive your product. That's in that sense. USP can be that too, but it's in its own place to say a product and everything, but branding, it's a different thing that encompasses.
Okay, yes, you mentioned colors earlier. So some people tend to associate branding with the logo design, the colors, the fonts. Is that what brand is all about? Or that's brand identity, or what is?
Yes, that's brand identity,
Okay.
and it works. To be honest, it works. So some people are like, it's just colors, and it works because I want to see this particular color, even without saying so much. I know that this is a color that comes to mind, this brand that comes to mind, that sort of thing.
So that brand identity is under branding.
Yes, it's under branding.
Okay.
Brand is under branding. I usually encourage people to have your brand identity sorted out at the very, very least. To say this is consistently I want. So, but then people would argue to say people are buying from me without me buying it. Yes,
argument.
But there's a limit. In terms of when you want to speak with the big boys, you want to be among the big boys, you need the brand identity to differentiate it, to say, yes, this is who I am. But when you're playing the smaller leagues, you can just stay.
So if you were to give a passing word to small businesses out there, what will you tell them?
I'll say that focus on your process, your business process. Make sure that it is something that you'd like, and it's something that they would like to. And more importantly, that they would like focus on your business process from the time when you start initiate the transaction, the time the end of the transaction. Focus on it. That's it. For every touch point I have with this customer, what can I improve to make sure that this customer will always come back? So once it's different, people will know you for that. Everybody can have the same thing.
That's true.
But when you examine all the customer touch point, and you know that okay, this is how I want to interact with this customer, then it works for you. So I just focus on the process, and it works.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.